Welcome to the One Place East Talking newsletter for September 2025, edition number 28. So at the top of the front page, there is an image which was actually taken off the backdrop of our anniversary event that was held at the early September. And it is of a silver sparkling wall, which is surrounded at the top and on the right-hand side by purple and silver balloons. And then there is a big 3 and 0 light up number, which obviously is for 30 years, on the left-hand side of that wall. And then overlaid on that image, there is a white One Place East logo. And then beside that is our 30-year anniversary logo, which is a dark purple circle, which is surrounded by pearls, because pearls is for 30-year anniversary when it comes to weddings, etc. And then inside that circle, there is italic writing, which reads, celebrating 30 years, established 1995. And underneath both of those logos is white bold text, which reads, newsletter, September 2025. On the centre of the page, in the middle, as usual, there are 3 images from left to right. The left image is of Emma Douglas, who's one of our creative workshop leaders, and Luke Davey, who actually developed our new website, who both came along to the anniversary event. That neither of them are looking at the camera. They're both facing the same direction over to the left, and they've both got their hands up in the air and massive smiles on their faces. I think they're in the middle of dancing to the song, but while sitting down, it looks like. On the centre image is of our 30-year anniversary cake, which was obviously at the event. And it is just a tall circle cake, which is got white icing. It's got our anniversary logo laid over the top. And then there's loads of silver and purple frosting around it. And then the final image on the right-hand side is actually of me. My name's Jodie, and Safer, my lovely colleague. And we are also at the anniversary event. And I've just got my hand on his shoulder, and we are both smiling and looking directly at the camera. And then underneath those 3 images, there is a purple heading text, which reads, One Place East celebrates 30 years with unforgettable anniversary event. And then in black text, One Place East commemorated its 30th anniversary with a vibrant evening of celebration, bringing together friends, partners and supporters from across the community. The event, held in Redbridge, was a heartfelt tribute to 3 decades of advocacy, inclusion and empowerment. The evening was filled with music, laughter and reflection as guests gathered to honour the organisation's journey and the many individuals who have contributed to its success. From long-standing collaborators to new faces, the atmosphere was one of warmth and gratitude. Guests were treated to a lively programme that included music, karaoke, and dancing, with entertainment provided by the Dirty Stop Out DJs. The venue was transformed into a festive space thanks to the creative flair of EMI balloons, while catering from Hardback Cafe ensured everyone was well fed and happy. Holly's Bakes provided a stunning centrepiece with a beautifully crafted cake and cupcakes that delighted attendees. And then it does read continued on page 2, so there is a continuation of that. But before we leave page 1, on the right-hand side, as always, there is a purple text box with white text inside, which reads the contents of this newsletter. So it has inside, OPE 30th anniversary continued, page 2, upcoming events, pages 4 and 5, World Mental Health Day 2025, pages 6 and 7, One Place East Go Camping, page 9, and much more. And that is the end of page 1. Page 2, so a continuation of the article on page 1. The event was hosted by Mark Nicholas, who guided the evening with professionalism and charm. Moving speeches from Ian Fulbrook, Sam Levine and Awais Niaz offered powerful reflections on the impact of One Place East's work over the years. The organisation was also honoured by the presence of the Mayor of Redbridge, Councillor Beverly Brewer and Councillor Mark Santos, who joined as special guests. Photographer Darby captured the spirit of the evening, preserving memories of a night filled with joy, connection and celebration. As One Place East looks ahead to the future, the event served as a reminder of the strength and resilience of the community it serves, with gratitude for the past and optimism for the years to come. the organisation reaffirmed its commitment to fostering inclusion, accessibility and opportunity for all. And then underneath that second part of that article, there are 6 different images of the evening. We do actually, I think we got about 130 from the photographer. So I just picked out a few for the newsletter. There's 2 in a row from top to bottom. So the top left photo is again of me, Safe, and actually my mum. And we're all on the dance floor having a good time. The photo to the right is of Margaret Summers, Chief Officer of One Place East, Isaac Harvey, MBE, and the Mayor of Redbridge, Councillor Beverly Brewer. And they are all sat round a table. And they look like they're singing along because their mouths are all open. And yeah, the Mayor has both hands up in the air like she's having a good time. So it's a really cute photo. Next row is of Councillor Mark Santos. He's sat at a table with a smile on his face and he's clapping his hands together, it looks like. On the right hand side of that photo, there is a photo of John Abrams, who used to work with One Place East, and left about 2018, so some of you might know him, of Martina, and then Joe, Edward and Kim, who were also ex-members of staff for Redbridge Concern, so they kindly came along. And they are standing in front of the wall that I mentioned on page 1, the silver glittery wall. And they're all, again, looking directly at the camera with big smiles on their faces. And then the 5th photo is of Ben, Abdul and Kweku, from what I can see. And they are all on the dance floor. Ben's got his fists pumped, like he's having a boogie. Again, all smiling, so really nice photo. And then the last photo is a photo that was taken of the room, so you can see, there was 10 tables in total. In this photo I can see 4 with everyone sat around it. I think there was 10 people around a table, and everyone looks like they're looking straight to that stage of the evening. But yeah, it just shows you how filled the room was. And yeah, if you came along, hopefully you enjoyed it. We had a lot of feedback from people saying it was amazing. So hopefully everyone else feels like that too. But yeah, so that is the end of page 2. Page 3 is split into 2 parts. So the top half is for Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure celebrates Black History Month with Patois, a dance performance honouring Caribbean language and identity. And at the very top, there is a picture of 5 individuals who are all dressed in really vibrant and colourful clothing. And they are mid-performance. They look like they're performing in front of a church from what I can see. So this must have been taken at one of their performances they've done already. But they all look very into it. And their faces have got varied expressions on. And then underneath that, there is obviously the heading I just read, and then the performance dates. So one is Saturday the 4th of October at 11 and 2 p.m. So there's 2 separate performances. And that is outside Fulwell Cross Library in Barkingside, and that's IG62EA. And then the second lot of performances are on Sunday the 5th of October at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. outside the Town Hall in Ilford Town Centre, and that's IG11LL. So it reads, this October, Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure invites the community to celebrate Black History Month with Patois, a powerful and engaging dance performance by acclaimed choreographer Jennifer Jean Charles MBE. Hopefully I pronounced that right, because it might be Jennifer. It's Jeanefer, so make of that what you will, but I would pronounce that Jennifer or Jennifer. So Patois is a vibrant exploration of Caribbean identity, language and belonging, brought to life through movement and storytelling. Audiences will not only enjoy the performance, but will also be invited to participate, learning a few Patois words and joining in on the celebration of shared heritage and expression. The show is designed to be inclusive, interactive and accessible to all. Each performance lasts approximately 30 minutes and is free to attend. An access information point will be available at both venues to support attendees with additional needs. For any access-related inquiries, please contact Sarah at culture@visionrcl.org.uk. And Sarah's lovely, so yeah, if you do have any access inquiries, then give her a call. I know they do touch performances from what I've spoke to her about, so I don't know when they are, otherwise she would have put them in here, but I'm sure they're planning some. So yeah, and just beside that to the left, there is the Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure logo, which literally is Vision written in purple text and then Redbridge Culture and Leisure written in grey text. And then underneath that is a flyer for our upcoming coffee morning for volunteers at One Place East. So there is a big coffee cup with a cappuccino, which is my drink of choice, sat in it. And that will be held on Tuesday, the 30th of September, from 11 till 1 p.m. at the One Place East office. And it has, sorry, my voice is going. Join us to learn more about our services and volunteering at One Place East. So yeah, you don't need to book, you can just turn up. So if you do want to know more about what we have to offer, or if you're considering volunteering with us and just want to know what sort of roles we have or where you'd fit into that, then please do come on down on the 30th. And that is the end of page 3. So pages 4 and 5, as usual, are upcoming events for One Place East. So there's so many things that happen weekly, monthly, fortnightly. So we just listed them all together in shorter format, because if we put all flyers in the newsletter would probably be about 30 pages. So from top to bottom, One Place East Reminiscence Group is every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the One Place East office. And it is the perfect place to relive treasured moments, swap stories, and build friendships through shared experiences. So if you do want to be a part of the Reminiscence Group, they're a lovely, lovely group. You can just turn up any Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. But if you want more information about that, or you would like to let us know you're coming, then do contact the office. I'm going to read the office details at the end of pages 4 and 5, because they feature quite a lot in all of these events. And then every Tuesday from 11 till 1 p.m, we are at Redbridge Central Library for One Place East pop-up. So that is for anyone who wants to know more about the services we offer. They can pop into the library. We're usually in the foyer anytime between 11 and 1 on a Tuesday to speak to a friendly member of our team. Again, for more information, please contact the office. Every Thursday from 10:30 till 4, we have our weekly Create to Market sessions to design and create various items that will be put up for sale on our online shop or on our pop-up markets throughout the year. And if you want more information about those, you can contact Safer on the One Place East office number, or you can email Safe Direct at safer.valley@oneplaceeast.org. Every Thursday, we have the Proper Blokes Club Team Redbridge, which we do in partnership with them. And guys meet outside Ilford Station at 7 p.m. So that is a peer-to-peer weekly walk and talk group. It is actually growing as time goes on. If you want more information about that, you can contact Scott, who is the founder of Proper Blokes Club. His number is 07397 501 110, or you can email theproperblokesclub@gmail.com. And then the last event on page 4 is our social gaming group for adults. And the dates for upcoming gaming groups are Wednesday, the 24th of September, and then the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and 25th of October. So all of those dates take place from 5 till 7 p.m. at the One Place East office. It says, come along and join us at our social gaming group for adults with a learning disability, autism, physical disability, or lived experience of mental health. A fun social group in a safe space with some wellbeing activities thrown into. If you want more information or you would like to join, you can contact Andy at the One Place East office number, or you can email Andy direct at andy.murphy@oneplaceeast.org. And that's the end of page 4, but events will continue into page 5. So page 5, the top event is Calming the Mind and Body. So this takes place monthly on a Saturday. The upcoming events are Saturday the 20th of September and Saturday the 11th of October, both held from 3 till 5 p.m. online via Zoom. These are suitable for anyone suffering from overwhelm, anxiety, depression, PTSD, chronic health conditions, or just wanting to fully relax, unwind, and connect with yourself and others. To book, you can visit tinyurl.com/OPECMB 2025, or you can contact the One Place East office or email runup@oneplaceeast.org. Next is the One Place East site support group, which the next day is Tuesday the 7th of October from 11 till 1 p.m, and that's at the Gloucester Room of Redbridge Central Library. So that is a monthly meeting for people with visual impairments, and they give people the chance to socialise and strengthen the bonds of our community. Guest speakers are in attendance each month, but the guest speaker for October is still to be confirmed. But if you would like to book or for more information, you can contact Aways on 07377 170 210, or you can email aways.niaz@oneplaceeast.org. Next is One Place Voice, which is a monthly meeting for adults with a learning disability. So the upcoming meeting is Tuesday the 14th of October. That's from 6 till 8 p.m. at the One Place East office. So that is for anyone living with a learning disability that lives in Redbridge. And it's a monthly service user get-together that gives people a voice and a chance to speak up about things that are important to them. For more information or to book, you can contact Carol on 07814 205 741 or email carol.gardner@oneplaceeast.org. And then we have the Tech Assistance Project Digital Drop-In, which is on Tuesday the 21st of October from 3 till 6:30 p.m. at the One Place East office. So if you need hands-on digital support, whether that's help with smartphones, tablets, apps, or online services, the team is there to guide you at your own pace. Learn new skills, ask questions, and build confidence using technology in a relaxed and inclusive environment. So to book or for more information, contact Aways on 07377 170 210 or email aways.niaz@oneplaceeast.org. And then the very last event of page 5 and of One Place East events within this newsletter is the upcoming dates for One Place East for Change. So they have their campaign meeting on Tuesday the 14th of October. That's from 4 till 6 p.m. at the One Place East office. And then the information sharing meeting is on Tuesday the 28th of October from 2 till 4 p.m. at the York Room of Redbridge Central Library. If you would like more information about One Place East for Change, what the group does, how you could get involved, you can contact Erica at the One Place East office number, or you can email erica.miles@oneplaceeast.org. So just to confirm, the One Place East office number is 0208 925 2435. The generic office email is info@oneplaceeast.org. But if you have any questions or you want to book for any of this, you don't have to directly contact that member of staff. You can just ring the office and then they will put you through to whoever it is you need to speak to. And that is the end of page 5. Right, page 6. So pages 6 and 7, as mentioned on the front cover, are to do with World Mental Health Day and our programme and events for that. So page 6 from the top, there is a One Place East logo, a run-up logo, and the World Mental Health Day Foundation logo, which is of a globe, a light blue and dark blue globe that is smiling with like wrapped ribbon around it in green, which just has World Mental Health Day, 10th of October. And above that is the bright purple Mental Health Foundation logo, because that is their logo. And then it has World Mental Health Day 2025 in bold dark blue text. And then on the left hand side there is a green text box, and in that it has theme, access to services, mental health in catastrophes and emergencies, And then underneath in smaller text, this theme highlights the urgent need to ensure that mental health services are accessible to all, especially during times of crisis such as natural disasters, armed conflicts, pandemics, and other emergencies. It draws attention to the mental health consequences of these events and the importance of preparing systems and professionals to respond effectively. So that is based on the theme of this year. And then on the right-hand side, in, again, small black text, reads, October 10th, 2025, marks another vital observance of the World Mental Health Day. And this year's theme, Access to Services, Mental Health in Catastrophes and Emergencies, couldn't be more timely or urgent. In a world increasingly shaped by conflicts, climate disasters, displacement, and economic instability, mental health support is not just a luxury, it's a lifeline. The World Federation for Mental Health has chosen this theme to spotlight the critical need for accessible, responsive mental health services in times of crisis. This year, in recognition of World Mental Health Day 2025, One Place East is proud to announce a week-long programme of events dedicated to raising awareness, promoting well-being, and celebrating the strength of our community. One Place East has long championed inclusion and empowerment, and this year's World Mental Health Day programme reflects the organisation's ongoing commitment to creating safe, welcoming spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and supported. Whether you're looking to learn more about mental health, connect with local services, or simply take part in something uplifting, we invite you to join us throughout the week. Together, we can continue to build community rooted in compassion, resilience, and hope. For full details of the programme and how to get involved, please find our programme enclosed with this newsletter or contact the One Place East team directly. Mental health is not a privilege, it is a universal human right. This World Mental Health Day, let's commit to making that right a reality for all, especially when the world feels most uncertain. And then underneath that in blue text says, please find programme of events overleaf. So that is the end of page 6, but page 7 will go on to our programme of events. So page 7 at the top has a blue text box with green text inside, which reads World Mental Health Day 2025, and then in white text programme, and then the World Mental Health Day logo and a white One Place East logo to the right of that text. So now I'm about to list the events that we have going on for World Mental Health Day week. So the first is on Monday the 6th of October. So that's the week of World Mental Health Day. And that is actually a 3-part workshop which takes place on the 6th, the 12th and the 20th of October from 11 till 2:30pm. And that is somatic writing with Cara and Sue. And they are all held at the One Place East office. So just to give you some background to what that workshop entails, these sessions combine somatic practices and expressive writing to explore the mind-body connection. By focusing on bodily sensations, emotions, and memories, somatic writing supports self-understanding, emotional expression, and healing. It can help process trauma, reduce stress, and promote personal growth. So if that sounds like a bit of you, definitely book. So we'll do the booking at the end of the programme. So on the Tuesday the 7th from 11 till 3pm, we are at Studios 1 and 2 of Redbridge Central Library for the Mental Health Exchange. So join us for a vibrant World Mental Health Day celebration featuring interactive workshops, a community marketplace, and inspiring guest speakers. This event brings people together to explore mental well-being, share resources, and connect through creativity, conversation, and support. Whether you're looking to learn, get support, or be inspired, there is something for everyone in this inclusive and empowering space. No need to book, just turn up. So yeah, we'll be on the top floor, I believe Studios 1 and 2s are, of Redbridge Central Library. We will have a marketplace, so we've got a number of organisations confirmed, one of them being a welfare benefits team. We've got Age UK, we've got Redbridge Carers, we've got Community Action, we've got some social prescribers coming along, some representatives from NELFT, so it should be quite a varied event. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that there will be something for everyone because we've got some workshops, we've got a laughing yoga A lovely guy called John is delivering that for us. So yeah, do try and come down between that time if you can. And then on the Wednesday, the 8th, we've got a meditation workshop. That is at the office from 12 till 3 p.m. And that is a gentle introduction to the practice of meditation, beginning with an exploration of its historical and cultural roots. Participants will then be guided through a calming meditation session, followed by a practical workshop designed to help you develop your own personal meditation practice. And then lastly, on the Thursday, we have a tea and talk at the office from 11 till 1 p.m. because research shows that talking is good for your mental health, and that's what a tea and talk is all about. There isn't a need to book. You can just drop in any time between 11 to 1 to join friends and colleagues to have a cup of tea and a slice of cake. So to book onto any of them or for more information, there's a QR code on the screen, or you can visit www.tinyurl.com/SU network. Or if you need support with booking or you'd prefer to speak to someone for more info, you can contact the One Place East office on 0208 925 2435 or email info@oneplaceeast.org. And that is the end of page 7. Page 8 is again split into 2 parts. So top part is disabled people are still not fully protected by UK hate crime laws. It's time for change. And then the text under that reads, disabled people aren't fully protected by UK hate crime laws. This means victims often don't get justice. England, Wales and Northern Ireland lack a single clear law to deal with hate crime, making justice harder to find. Reports like the Casey Review also show widespread bias against disabled people in the police. At a time when hatred against all marginalised groups is on the rise, we want the law to give effective protection to all victims of hate crime. Inclusion London have launched a Justice for Disabled Victims campaign to demand reform of hate crime law and better protections for disabled victims of hate crime. How can you help? So there is an Inclusion London logo, which is a light blue text box with white bold text inside, which reads Inclusion London. So Inclusion London has made it easy for its supporters to take action. You can sign the petition to demand legal reform by scanning the QR code, share the campaign with your networks to raise awareness, or write to your MP using their online tool, and you can get to that by visiting www.tinyurl.com/IL letter to MP. Disabled people deserve to live free from fear, discrimination and violence. Justice should not be a privilege, it must be a right for all. By supporting this campaign, you're helping to build a society where hate crime is taken seriously and where every victim has a path to justice. For more information, please visit the Inclusion London website at www.inclusionlondon.org. So second half of page 8 is for help protect access to work. Share your experience in national survey. The Disability Poverty Campaign Group, in brackets DPCG, is currently running an important national survey focused on the Access to Work programme, and they need your help. If you are a disabled person who has used Access to Work and been reassessed in the last 2 years, your experience could help shape the future of this vital support scheme. The survey aims to gather real-life stories and data to build a strong case for protecting access to work, which enables thousands of disabled people to thrive in employment. In recent months, there have been growing concerns about cuts and withdrawals to access to work packages, with some individuals forced to leave their jobs as a result. In response, Inclusion London is working alongside the DPCG to campaign for a fairer, more consistent support for disabled workers. The deadline to complete the survey is the 28th of September, and we encourage all eligible members of our community to take part and share the link with your networks. Your voice matters, and together we can advocate for a more inclusive and equitable workplace. To take part in the survey or learn more, scan the QR code or visit www.surveymonkey.com/r/CK7FPTW. So that's surveymonkey.com/R for Romeo /SPTW. C for Charlie, K for Kilo, the number 7, F for Freddy, P for Pluto, T for Tiger, and W for Wednesday. I know that's not quite the phonetic alphabet, but in a pressure situation, I don't ever remember it. So, but if you need support with completing the survey, or me reading that out has just completely thrown you off and you would like the link to complete it directly, contact the One Place East office on 0208 925 2435, or you can email info@oneplaceeast.org. And that is the end of page 8. Page 9, so this is an exciting one. So some of you might know, but last week, so today is the 17th of September, the day I'm reading this anyway, but last week One Place East took a load of people, staff, volunteers and service users, camping. So this is just a little roundup of our camping trip. So the top of the page, there is very bright green grass with a couple of trees on it, 2 different tents on it, which are all clip art images, and a little fire in between the tents, which upon looking at is probably a health and safety hazard, but it's not a real photo, so we're okay. And then in bold, like bubble text, it reads, One Place East goes camping. And the text underneath reads, this September, One Place East took its annual camping trip to new heights, literally and figuratively, by travelling further afield for a weekend of nature, connection and community spirit. Following last year's successful trip to Sewardstone in Waltham Forest, this year the group ventured out to Sandy Acres campsite in Southampton, embracing a more rural setting and the chance to explore new surroundings. The change of scenery brought fresh energy to the experience, with participants enjoying the peaceful countryside, open skies and the simple joy of being outdoors. The trip was designed to promote well-being, independence and social connection. Activities included nature walks, shared meals, campfire conversations and plenty of laughter. For many, it was a chance to step away from daily routines and immerse themselves in a supportive, inclusive environment. The sense of community was palpable, and the memories made will no doubt last long after the tents were packed away. One Place East is proud to continue offering experiences that support mental well-being and celebrating the strength of its community. Plans are already being discussed for next year's adventure, perhaps even further afield. A special thank you goes to Erica, who planned every aspect of the trip with care and dedication. From organising logistics to securing funding that allowed us to subsidise costs and hire a minibus, Erica's efforts made it possible for more people to take part and for the group to travel further than ever before. We're also incredibly grateful to Andy Murphy, who kindly volunteered to drive the minibus and ensured everyone arrived safely and comfortably. His support was key to making the trip accessible and enjoyable for all. And honestly, I went along and it was beautiful. I mean, last year was really lovely, but this year was even better. And underneath that article, there are 8 different images from the camping trip. So from left to right, left one is actually of me, Safe and Margaret. We went and explored Portsmouth, which was nearby to where we were staying. And we took a little selfie in front of the sea, like the port, I guess it's called. And then on the right hand of that, there is Andrew and Kweku. And we were actually, I took this picture, we was in the middle of playing Pictionary. So Andrew's drawing and Kweku's looking at his drawing as in, what on earth are you drawing? The next photo was of one of the campfires we had. So the flames were very high at this point, so I captured that. Then the right hand side, I took this photo as well. In fact, I think I took all of these photos. That's crazy. I've only used mine. So the next one was Safe, and he was laying across, looking like a model, I will say, with his hand on his head and his other hand on his hip, and he's laying across 2 chairs in the lodge. Because whereas last year we didn't have a lodge, we were all outside, but this year we had people that camped in tents outside, and then some people slept in the lodge. So we had like a communal area where we could like have dinner and stuff, especially when it was raining. So yeah, that's one of my favourite photos of Safe ever, I've got to say. And then the next one was of Carol, Ben, Kweku, Sam, Safe and Kathy. And we were around the campfire one night and I asked them if I could take a picture. So they're all looking at the camera and I'm like, say cheese. And so they're all smiling. Next photo is probably one of my favourites on the trip, which is of Cynthia and Margaret sat side by side one evening, and they're both laughing, and Cynthia's face is just a picture, like, she looks so happy, but she's mid-laugh, and so is Margaret. So, yeah, that's a really beautiful photo. Next is of Christine and Ben, and that's another Pictionary photo, which, again, I took. And they look like they're really, really, really concentrating. You can see the whole Pictionary board in front of them. And then the final photo is of Erica, Andrew, Isaac and Margaret. And they are, again, around the campfire. And I'd asked if I could take a picture. Margaret's actually in her dressing gown, which is hilarious. She'll probably kill me for using this photo. But yeah, they're all, again, looking directly at the camera and all smiling. So yeah, we did take quite a few photos, but I obviously only used the ones that I took. But no, it was a really lovely trip. So if you are a fan of the outdoors, even saying that, I mean, I'm not a fan of the outdoors, but I went last year through sheer force, and I'm now a fan of the outdoors. So yeah, if you want to put yourself out your comfort zone, then try and join us next year. I definitely recommend it. And that's the end of page 9. Page 10 is for Community Champions. Erica Miles and Andrew Longhurst fundraise for One Place East. At One Place East, we're so proud to celebrate the incredible efforts of 2 dedicated supporters who have gone the extra mile, literally and figuratively, to raise funds for our work empowering disabled people and promoting inclusion. So it's split into 2 sections. So the first part is about Andrew Longhurst, and it has Stepping Up with a sponsored walk. And on the left-hand side, there is a picture of Andrew, along with myself, Natalie, who is a member of staff, Kevin, Natalie's husband, who is a trustee, and a lovely man called Neil, and Natalie and Kevin's beautiful dog called Barney. And it has Andrew Longhurst stepping up with a sponsored walk. Andrew Longhurst laced up his walking boots for a sponsored walk that found him doing 30 laps of South Park in Ilford. His walk was more than just a personal challenge. It was a journey of connection, bringing together supporters from across the community. Andrew raised an amazing £750. Thank you to every single person who donated, shared the link, and to all those who came down on the day to either cheer him on or walk with him, including a lovely Barney, in brackets, pictured on the left with 4 legs and a little dog emoji. So we just want to say amazing work from Andrew. I mean, he was brilliant. I was there with him the entire day. I didn't do the whole 30 laps with him, I will admit, but how he stuck to it, and it was a really hot day as well, but he was incredible. And then next is Erica Miles has been swimming to France and back, even with a fractured ankle. We're in awe of Erica right now. Not only is she taking on a massive personal challenge to raise money for One Place East inclusive camping trips, she's been doing it with a fractured ankle. From July to October, Erica's swimming the equivalent distance to France and back. That's 2,704 lengths in a local pool. That's 42 miles of sheer determination, and so far she's smashed out 15 miles, that's 964 lengths. But with just 3 weeks to go, the pressure's on. A fractured ankle, our camping holiday, and a bit of life getting in the way have made the final stretch even tougher. And yet she's still going. This challenge isn't just about swimming, it's about opening up the outdoors to disabled people who've been excluded for far too long. As mentioned in this newsletter, last week we ran our second inclusive camping trip. 3 nights near Winchester filled with adventure, campfires and community. It was magic, but we want to do it again next year, and that's where your support comes in. Any funds raised now will help us buy essential equipment and make future trips even more accessible, comfortable and joyful, because everyone deserves the chance to sleep under the stars and feel part of something special. Erica's challenge is a rallying cry for inclusion, resilience and the healing power of nature, and we couldn't be prouder of her. Please support Erica's fundraiser if you can by donating and sharing and scanning the QR code or visiting tinyurl.com/EMOPE swim. We're incredibly grateful to Erica and Andrew for their commitment and to everyone who has supported their fundraising journeys so far. Interested in fundraising for One Place East? Visit our website or contact us directly to find out how you can make a difference. Together, we can create a world where everyone is included and empowered. And that's the end of page 10. Page 11 is again split into two parts. So the top part is October is Black History Month, and then it has red, yellow and green stripes across behind that text, and then on the left is a Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure logo. This October, Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure, in partnership with Redbridge Council and local community organisations, is leading a vibrant and inclusive celebration of Black History Month across the borough. The programme features a wide range of events designed to honour the achievements, heritage and lived experiences of Black communities in Redbridge and beyond. From storytelling and family history workshops to cultural performances and exhibitions, the events invite residents of all ages to engage with the richness of African and Caribbean cultures. Redbridge Libraries have curated a particularly engaging series of activities, offering opportunities to explore narratives, celebrate local contributions, and reflect on the importance of identity and belonging. These events aim to foster understanding, spark conversation, and strengthen community connections. As a local charity committed to inclusion and empowerment, One Place East is proud to support and promote this important programme. We encourage our members, partners, and wider community to take part, learn something new, and celebrate the diversity that makes Redbridge such a vibrant place to live. For full details of the Black History Month programme, visit the Vision Redbridge Culture and Leisure website at visionrcl.org.uk/black-history-month. Alternatively, you can scan the QR code or check your local library for event listings. And on the left of that article, there is a QR code that can be scanned, which will take you straight to the programme. And then the second half of page 11 is for our Talent Network project, which is funded by Cadbury awarding body. And it's the dates of two different workshops that are taking place in October. So the first is Assertiveness and Me, which is on Tuesday the 7th from 10 till 4 p.m. And then Managing Stress and Wellbeing is on Tuesday the 14th, again from 10 till 4 p.m. Both of the events take place at the One Place East office. To view the full details of the workshops, you can scan the QR code, which is pictured to the left, or visit oneplaceeast.org/what-we-do/the-talent-network. Or for more information or to book via telephone or email, you can contact Andy on 07472 813 966. You can call the One Place East office number, or you can email Andy at andy.murphy@oneplaceeast.org. And that's the end of page 11. Page 12, which you'll be pleased to know, is the final page of September's newsletter. So at the top of page 12, it has a flyer for Redbridge Rainbow Community. I will read the text first, which is free online LGBTQ plus awareness sessions for health and care providers in Redbridge. Redbridge Rainbow Community are offering free online LGBTQ plus awareness sessions to people working in health and care services. These compact and engaging online sessions will provide an update on key issues for LGBTQ plus people, language, good practice ideas, as well as a safe space to ask any questions and identify actions to take following the session. The upcoming dates and booking pages for the sessions are Wednesday the 8th of October from 3 till 4 p.m. and Thursday the 6th of November from 11 till 12 p.m. If you cannot make these dates, please do get in touch still, as we can arrange further sessions at other times, and are also happy to attend team meetings or other meetings and can adapt the session to fit the time available. Contact Simon Shaw on 0203 336 3766, or you can email info@redbridgerainbowcommunity.org.uk. And so on the left of that, there is a flyer which has the Redbridge Rainbow Community logo, which is the LGBTQ plus flag with just black text underneath, which reads Redbridge Rainbow Community. It has the information that I've just read out. And to the left and right, there are a number of rainbows in varying colours from purple, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And then at the very bottom of the flyer, it has the project is supported by the North East London Integrated Care Board. And then the rest of page 12, as usual, the next article down is promoting the One Place East Talking newsletter that you are listening to now, which is available on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts. And then, of course, on the One Place East website. There is a little article asking people that receive the newsletter via post to consider signing up via email instead to save paper, save trees and save on printing and postage costs. Then it has the social media logos for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Spotify and YouTube, and has follow us at One Place East on all of those platforms. And then lastly, there are our funder logos, which are London Borough of Redbridge, North East London, MOPAC, Cabway Awarding Body, Colours of Redbridge, the Lottery Community Fund and Lloyds Bank Foundation. And then we have our registered office, our registered charity number, our company limited by guarantee number, and then at the very bottom it has page 12 of 12, produced by Jodie Rose for One Place East. And that is the end of page 12 and of September's newsletter. So if you would like any more information on anything included in this newsletter or support with booking, etc., you can contact the One Place East office on 0208 925 2435, or you can email info@oneplaceeast.org. If you would prefer to communicate via text or WhatsApp, you can contact me on my work mobile, and that's 07944 119 899. So thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you all again in October. Take care.